What's going on, everyone? It's time for another sci-fi film review. Today we're going to be talking about the sequel to one of my all-time favorite sci-fi films ever, 2001: A Space Odyssey. So this is 2010, the year we make contact. It was released by MGM December 7th, 1984. It was written, produced, and directed by Peter Hames, who did films like Outland, Capricorn 1, End of Days, which I have a review for that on here, and Time Cop. So this takes place shortly after 2001: Space Odyssey, where a multinational space station group go and find the ship from the first movie and go and they try to resurrect Hal, who causes more chaos and stuff. And the monolith shows up and they have to figure out how to get home and how to avoid these bigger conflicts. So this is actually a pretty well done film. For the most part, the effects do look really good in this. There is some parts though where it does look a little dated, and if you look closely, you can see the mapping of when the ship's moving and stuff, and the stars and things like that. If you look closely enough, if you're a film nerd like me, you notice things like that. But still, the models and the effects, the way they did all the space stuff, looks really good. And this is a good little exploration film. It does have a lot of interesting stuff. Most of the characters are very well developed. Roy Scheider, what's his name? Yeah, Roy Scheider, the guy who played in Jaws, plays in this. So half the movie I was expecting a shark to show up, but yeah, he plays the lead, captain of the space shuttle. And besides the inner conflicts with the characters that are going on and with everything happening, he does a good job balancing out, trying to focus on that while resolving the problems. His character is very well written in that way. Most of the characters are pretty well written, and all the acting is really good. The story itself is your typical space exploration, and they do a good job of trying to expand from 2001: A Space Odyssey, but obviously they're never going to capture that great magic of that film. That film redefined sci-fi. So this one just seems like a little nick in the film archive, where 2001: Space Odyssey is basically a chapter, just museums, just looking at how it was done and stuff. That's how great that movie is. But this one is still a good film. It is a little slow. The music works really well. The cinematography is not too bad. Honestly, this is kind of first. At least in this copy, it looked like a shot for a TV movie sometimes, but it still looks not too bad. So, yeah. The film is slow, but overall, I think this is still an enjoyable sci-fi film, especially if you like exploration movies like Flight of the Navigator, Explorers, and things like that. This film would be more up your alley. So, yeah, I'm going to give 2010, the year we make contact, a 3.5 out of 5. It's your typical space movie, but still, it's good. And it does have some good undertones of the Cold War, because this came out right near the end of the Cold War, even though it ended shortly after this was released. So some of the stuff they're referring to isn't really relevant anymore, but might be soon. But yeah, overall though, it's still a fun, watchable sci-fi film. So yeah, now I'm not sure where it's streaming or anything, so at least link the trailer down below so you can see what I'm talking about down there. Also link down below is my Instagram. That's where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. I usually put the film title in there and some fun fact or history thing in there as well. Also, my Letterbox down below at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below at reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay in loop with this channel. Like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchises in any genre and on any streaming services that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. Also, let me know which one, 2001 or 2010, is your favorite film. At least if you like this one more, that'll be interesting to hear. Yeah, make sure you subscribe. Hopefully we find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out together. And also, so you hear my opinions on popular films that have come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, we're going to do something a little different, I guess you could say. We're going to go into more of a romance movie with some zombies. Yeah, I'm going to review Pride and Prejudice and Zombies in the next review, so make sure you tune in for that. Yeah, watch out for all those monoliths out there trying to make us all doomed because, well, who knows what's out in deep space. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.